Hello, this is Sound Has No Cell or Onile. Today we are discussing a Yoruba proverb that says Ojo le Ponmi Sile fole ati shegi nko. The rain may help the lazy person fill their basins with water. After the basins have been filled with water, what happens? Because nobody needs water alone. In addition to water, there are many other things that are needed to live a balanced, a healthy life. Every community without tap water would depend on the natural sources of water that are available within the community, which may be streams or rivers, brooks, lakes, and so on and so forth. Now, some people in such communities are hardworking and they don't mind to go to the stream as many times as necessary to meet their water needs. Whereas there are people who are just lazy and going to the river or the stream to get the water that is required for their day-to-day cleaning is difficult for them. These people would not be spared from the provision of rainwater by God if they leave their basins outside. Definitely and automatically the rain will fill those basins. But even when the rain has come and has filled your basins for you gratis, all that you need is not water. You need food. You need firewood. In fact, you need money. You need other things apart from water or in addition to water. The rain in this proverb represents any source of provision that is not your creation. Such sources of provision that are not created by you cannot be yours permanently. If you are eating or living on the bill of your parents, it can't be so forever. If you are working under an employer, either there are sales or no sales, regardless of whatever happens, you will be paid at the end of the month. It can't be forever. If you depend on anything at all that is free, you belong to a church and you always take your your troubles to the church in council, seeking this help or that help, and they come to your aid, they come to your rescue. You're not the only one in the church, and it won't last forever. If you are in service, either you're working in a government establishment or in a private establishment, your retirement time would come. If you are living with your parent, a time would come that you would have to leave your parents' home to go and fend for yourself. Now, if you are not thinking of a time like that, you would just be like the lazy man who considers going to the stream to fetch water as difficult and leaves his basins outside for the rain to fill it, only to discover that after the rain has filled the basins, there are so many more things that are needed. Rain water only is not enough. Therefore, if you are opportuned to be in a place where you are enjoying some free things, first and foremost, you should begin to think beyond the free provisions, because it will not last forever. And it shows that you are not ambitious, because anybody who is ambitious would know that in addition to the freebies that you get, you too should also come to a level where you are the supplier, not the beneficiary. You want to move from being the beneficiary to being the benefactor. So if you are not reasoning this way, a time will come when you'll be retired, or when you'll be asked to go home from your place of work, or when your parent will say, "What are you still doing here?" Something somehow would let you know that it is time to move. And if there are no provisions for the next stage, you would disappoint yourself, and you would regret it. If you don't want to regret it, plan for the time ahead and fight laziness, fight indolence to a standstill. You need to deliver yourself from the spirit of laziness, and all that you need is attitudinal change. Change your attitude of laziness and plan ahead, because another time is always there. As long as man lives, another day is always ahead. That other day that is ahead may not come with the opportunity of free provisions, may not come with the opportunity of being in service under someone, may not come with the opportunity of being gifted all that would be needed. So this is the time to look ahead and plan ahead. Òjò lè pọnmi sílẹ̀ fọ́lẹ̀ àti ṣẹ́gi ńkọ́. There was a man, rich man, who would always tell his children, "O lè rẹ́ni sebẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún ẹ àti gbé kaná ńkọ́." If you are gifted a large pot of soup, what about warming it? If you don't warm the pot of soup, the soup goes sour or it rots away. And what's the benefit of soup that is not warm, that is stale, that is sour? You won't enjoy that. So either your parents are rich, or they are average, or they are kind and they have accommodated you for this long. You should be thinking of being responsible, because let's assume that they never send you packing, but they would die. That's it. All things being equal, they will die before you, and regardless of whatever left behind for you, if you don't have the skills to manage those things, they would just perish. So apart from eating freebies, you need the skills to manage the source that is providing the freebies. That's it on Sounders No Sell. I'll see you again, and very soon. Bye for now.